I think too many times we try to put like ice cream on top of what the thing is to make it something else. No, a loss is a loss. You just learn from it. But going back to what you were saying, a sidebar. But in being okay to fail, right? You think about the system we were brought up in. You get a letter grade, right? You get the A, B, C, D, F. Nobody wanted to get an F, right? And for you to be at this point and saying you're okay with failing, if you told your grade school teacher that or your parent that, you might would have got a whooping or something. You know what I mean? Coming to being an adult and saying that I'm okay at failing something, what allowed you to say that? Like, how did you get to that point?
Yeah, I guess maturity, being able to be mature in whatever I'm failing at. Now, don't get it wrong, so for the people that, I'm glad you brought that up, because there's certain things in my life, being a dad, a father, being a great mentor, I don't want to fail at that, because there are people that are actually depending on me in order to make sure, that they get somewhere. There are people that's depending on us that we don't even know, people that's on the other side of these cameras that if we fail, we have never met them, but they're in our life, they may feel like they failed because they're dependent on us. Right. So there's certain things that I'm okay with failing when it comes to business, anything that's monetary, when it comes to something like that. I feel like, case in point, so with the real estate thing, I know I was talking to Rory a lot through that process, but it was like it was kind of that same concept. I was okay with failing because I knew each time I took the test, I really was learning something more. Like I went from saying, okay, I'm gonna wait 2 weeks to take the test so I can learn more. But then when I realized, and within those 2 weeks, there was a lot of things that I forgot. So instead of waiting 2 weeks, I'm gonna go right back in it. So I was able to remember things, right? Like I was able to remember so many things by taking the test repeatedly, right? Back to back. So within those failing moments, I still learned that, okay, it's not good to wait that long. It's actually better to go ahead and take the test right after. Within that, the failure, what motivated me was knowing that even within the failing moments, me trying to get the real estate license, I had family members that wanted me to succeed. I had I was telling the boys, telling my kids, that I was going to be a real estate agent. There were people that wanted to see me win. Me failing only motivated me because I knew that I had other people that wanted to see me succeed in that to get my license. So the execution part of it, even when I didn't want to, I remember saying it to myself, like, man, I ain't doing this no more. I'm tired of spending money and tired of failing this test. But even in that moment, it's like, nah, execution, you got to go execute that thing because there are people that want to see you win. So I think it was just maturity, man, because when I was younger, fell into business out at one point, before we started Just Solid, that was one thing we thought about. You hear all the naysayers of, well, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. That can scare you from achieving something. But again, if you execute and learn through the process, I think it works out in your favor as long as you learn along the way.
Yeah.